Heavenly. That is the best track in the game. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it has come to my attention that we have received a ban list of sorts for our favorite game, Yu-Gi-Oh, for Master Duel. And firstly, hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome VOD watchers, welcome live viewers, welcome everybody. Hello, my name is anyways, so we have just a bit to cover today. Despite the fact that you Twitch viewers might see Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel on the gaming tag, I may change that because I actually don't feel like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now. I actually haven't felt like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In the past like couple of weeks, and it's not really because I dislike the format or anything. It's not because I disliked Radiant Typhoon or even like any of the other decks that were in the form. Oh, actually, you know what? We're gonna get into that one. We're gonna get into that one. But Master Duel, I feel, has been a very interesting. It's been in a very interesting position, and interesting is not a very unique take because I feel like you could use that for all kinds of contexts, whether it's like in a bad state or a good one. I think with all the diversity in decks right now in the format, Master Duel is in an okay-ish state. Like, it's not super hyper balanced towards one deck. There's just kind of just like 5 or 6 really good decks that are running the format right now in all kinds of different ways. And it kind of like if you're not playing those decks and if you're playing like some offshoot like a rogue thing, it hasn't really mattered too much in the context of climbing ranked, which is like the main way you're playing this game competitively anyway, and people could just pull up to anything. So I mean, I'm gonna load up Master Duel now, and like we'll look at this ban list together. We'll look at the decks. We'll do a lot of talking and all that kind of shit and whatnot. But firstly, if for whatever reason, not for whatever reason, but if you like pull up, you pull up to the stream, you go watch this back, or for anybody watching the video I may or may not turn this into, hello, I'm DLXen, nice to meet you. Subscribe for more Master Duel content, subscribe for more discussions, talks, all that kind of shit, and just to have a good, chill, grand old time. That's a little loud, so I'm gonna lower that. But we are fresh off of the DC Cup, and being fresh off of the DC Cup would, of course, mean that it is time for the ban list to drop because they introduced a brand new deck into the format that shook things up for sure right before the DC Cup started, and that was Radiant Typhoon, and I think Radiant Typhoon is a perfectly fine deck. It's certainly a very powerful deck to suddenly introduce into the format. It's a contender, which is good because more good decks, the more like we don't have like a certain like back and forth like double like tier 0 deck format and like all that kind of shit. It's like super great. So we're gonna talk about the current format and the ban list and all that kind of shit, but let's get straight into it. So firstly, I guess the way we're gonna do this is let's pull up Master Duel meta real quick, because it's what, Thursday? Yeah, we definitely have the top performing decks, right? Like this will be a bit of a surprise for me too to look at. So at least let's look at the tier list. You look at this tier list here, and like, I mean, there's like 10 decks there, right? Now, granted, it's all engines and bridges and all that kind of stuff. And like, a lot of it is like can be contributed to just some cards being a little bit too easy to access, but for the most part, I would say that the Master Duel format right now is pretty diverse. Mitsurugi is really fucking strong. It turns out that King of the Fair Olymps being legal is really good for level 4 decks to level 4 decks to get to search Habakiri for free, which is abusable. The thing is, I think every single one, I think I share the sentiment with people that all of these decks, individually confined within their own archetypes, are probably reasonably really fair. Like pure Mitsurugi, fire deck to play against. It's fun. It's cool. Like it's Mitsurugi Great Purification is an annoying card, but it's even more annoying when it's on the piece of an end board of a deck that has nothing to fucking do with it. That's annoying as shit. Draco Tail is for the most part by itself, but then they're gonna get like all the Fallen of Albaz and all the Fallen of Albaz support and the Fallen of Virtuous and what is it? Or no, they have them as just a support. We have spent it in the game. Yummy by itself. Notice how this says Yummy Engine and not Pure Yummy. Notice how this says Yummy Engine and not Pure Yummy. Pure Yummy's all the way fucking down here. Because Pure Yummy was, it's like fine. It's definitely not fine after this ban list, but yeah. And then Ryzeal Mitsurugi. The only reason Ryzeal is relevant right now, at least in the context of Mitsurugi and why all the other variants of Ryzeal aren't, is because, well, Ryzeal crosses band, so, LMAO, and also Ryzeal is just, like, free rank 4 toolbox because, at least for Mitsurugi, because they don't really care too much about the extra deck. Like, the Ryzeal locks lock you into rank 4s, and, okay, I'll just ritual summon from my, from my deck, right? So, yeah, cool. K9, or at least the K9 engine, is, well, it has its own ups and downs, and in terms of what we're talking about, and that being, I guess, like toxicity and accessibility, right? The decks that use K9 are mainly just decks focused on like level 9 or level 5 monsters, sorry, which for the most part aren't too toxic, but I would say the most egregious case is Crystron, because they're just like using that to like bridge into like cards like Spell Canceller. I know like Archmage K9 is another pretty popular deck, but that deck's cool. Izuna punishing your opponent for using hand traps is like, I mean, you take it as you see it. Now, that being said, let's preface this right now. I am a Vanquisher player, right? I hold no bias towards the K9 cards because, frankly, they're busted as fuck. But also, I just like Vanquisher, right? So, I acknowledge that in conjunction, the two make quite a formidable deck, but as you can see it's like right over fucking there. My philosophy with Vanquisher is that like, it's just been a deck that I've really enjoyed the dynamic of. Even before, like during like Wild Survivors format when it first came out, like it was pretty underrated, but the cards were still like, they were on the decline of price when everybody realized, oh, Tearlament is just better, so I'll just play that. And now they're up again because of Holly soon, K9. But I've always liked the gameplay loop of that deck specifically by itself. K9 and this deck is unfortunately a match made in heaven. But I don't share any sentiments about K9 hits because, whatever you gotta do, right? Like, just keep the cool cards off the ban list, you know what I'm saying? But I understand. Holly Suit is quite broken. Despite not being a K9 card, it basically functions the same as all of them, right? And then there's Ripper. Ripper's fucking broken. Ripper, You mean to tell me the card that gets you any card in the archetype can also negate any card that would, well, not any card, but cannot negate cards that would negate its own effect to search? You tell me I could summon Ripper and my opponent could ash me and then I could negate the ash on the same fucking card? Who made this shit? Like, anyways, I mean, we're reacting here like it's a mid 2025 here, but spoiler alert, K9's really good. Radiant Typhoon is also really good, and I don't know how much better it's gonna get. Actually, no, it is gonna get a lot better because we don't have the Fallen and the Virtuous yet, which is just another quick play spell, and that's just just more potential for vision, for cards like Vision and all these other quick play spell decks, but I mean, it's a perfectly fine deck to say. Like, MST negate poggers, chain to mandate to negate. Like, it's not a hard deck to play around. given the tools. But then again, you know, Master Duel is like not really about like how unbeatable a deck is 99% of the time. It's more so like how much can you stop, or how hard is this deck to stop if you stop just one card, right? Of course, knowing what your opponent can offer with their strategy and actually having the means to stop it are two different things entirely, and that just goes into the miscellaneous variants of how powerful the deck actually is, right? Anyways, like, Radiant Typhoon is just another deck that I guess prompted more people to play like cards like Perulia, to, I guess, counter now both Vanquish Soul and Yummy and this deck, which is whatever. It's just another contender. Hello, Master Mellow the Yellow. What's up? What's up? Today we're just doing a little bit of chatting and a bit of yapping. Yo, do you happen to be a Master Duel player by chance? Or even just a Yu-Gi-Oh enthusiast? What's up? I mean, even if you're not, welcome to the stream. Do. Are you also streaming on YouTube? Also, I'm on both. Lol. LMAO, yes. I am also streaming on YouTube. Yes. I mean, today we're just talking about the format and the ban list and whatnot, and maybe I'll play some games, or maybe I'll just go to sleep because I'm low-key really tired. But I saw that Master Duel made a good ban list, so I'm just gonna like react to that. What won? I want to know what won the DC Cup. And then, yeah, I feel like all these other decks down here, if we're talking about the context of ranked, all of these decks are plenty popular on the ladder and are definitely capable of taking you to like Master 1 or any like super high rated. Is there a lot of people on YouTube? No, it's just like, nah, not a pop. We're not there yet, Master. We're not there, Mellow. But we will be though. We're doing a little bit of community building here. Your setup surprised me? Oh, for real? Dude, I'm just in a chair and I got a camera. Oh my god. I have to go to Owned and change that fucking notification because that shit is loud as hell and it scares me. Oh my goodness. Thought I was famous? Oh nah. I'm just a dude. But thank you for the follow, Matt. Much appreciated. Why do I keep calling you Matt? There's no Matt in your name. I'm just gonna call you Mellow. Holy heckles. Anyways, like, you know what? Let's start talking about the cards. Let's start talking about the bands. Let's start talking about this shit. All right. All right. We got ourselves, firstly, Golem that guards the Millennium Treasures. If you were going to limit the Millennium... Oh, speaking of this, after you're done looking at that, can I show you a custom Yu-Gi-Oh art type that I made and get your thoughts? Or if not that, can I show you a replay of Radiant Typhoon? 100%. I'll look at all that stuff. Let's talk about some banned cards. The Golem that guards the Millennium Treasures is like the most laughable hit to Millennium I've ever seen in my life. What was this supposed to do? It was like people were only playing one. It's unlimited now, and that's cool. This changes absolutely nothing for that engine in the fact that it's not, like, it's slightly better than it was before. Slightly better, if you can even really say that, because like it didn't really change much. They didn't limit Sengenjin, and that was like the one card that actually would have invalidated it if that's what they were trying to do. This hit was laughable when it came out, and it's laughable that they're putting it back, but whatever, that's cool. Treasures of the Kings. All right, now Odeon, or Tombkeeper, or whatever you want to call that deck, is not a particularly powerful deck when we're talking about like the other stuff going into the format, right? If we're talking about consistency and like what constitutes a good deck, like sure, in Master Duel's like best of one format, it is a deck that you are not going to be prepared for all the time because a lot of people have cards to stop like monster effects like Ripper, and then they run into set 5. This deck is the bane of my existence playing this game. I mentioned not wanting to play this game for a while, and it wasn't because I thought the format was bad, it's because I'd have skin lesions every time I queued up in ranked and queued up against Odeon. I fucking hate fighting this deck. This deck is so boring. It's so annoying because the whole game plan is to just negate every card you activate. That is this deck's entire game plan. Dominus Purge, Dominus Impulse, Songs of the Dominators, Imperm, all that kind of shit. The objective negates everything they see. That is the only gameplay this deck has. It's the only thing it offers. The Primate addition to like all the monster effects or whatever was like a cool little twist to make it seem that they're actually doing. No. They're fucking not. This deck's annoying as shit. Like, but yeah. Like, I don't really know what kind of gameplay we're promoting when the whole thing is just, oh, me see card, me activate purple card from hand, me negate, me move on, and that's just what you do. If you go second, you're getting hit with every Dominus under the sun. If you're going first, they're setting all the Solemns. So that's cool. Glad to see that we've addressed the problem. Treasures of the Kings. But consistency hit. Fuck that deck. Every hit I see to this deck is a night where I can sleep for 1 more hour. Holy fuck. Cupsy Yummy to 1 is so Pure Yummy, for a lack of a better term, Pure Yummy is not a deck. That deck is non-existent. That deck does not exist anymore. Pure Yummy, that shit is finito, gone. Or maybe it's not. I'm lying. How do you, what? Are we playing Obedience School? Isn't that card limited too? Hold on. Wait, no way. Is it banned? Oh no! Yo, this deck is cooked. Oh no! What? Oh no! Guys, Pure Yummy does not exist. Yeah. This deck on my screen right now, this shit is dog shit. Do you just send the DB link in chat or oh, is it a dueling book? Oh shit. LMAO. Or do I tell you the art type name? Fuck it. Yeah, just send the link in chat. I'll just click that. Yeah, we'll take a look at that in just a second. Pure Yummy doesn't exist. And it's sad to say, because I rather liked this deck. I thought their game plan was like kind of unique. It was kind of cool. Okay, hold on. Like, but it's just a victim of deck being abused by easily splashable Link 1 plus level 1 equals Cupsy Yummy way, right? So it had to happen. No, it didn't, actually. There was a way. Alexis Holguin, Lexi Holly, hello. It was just a thing that, you know, it hurts. It hurts to say. Yeah, Cupsy Yummy. No consistency playing that deck pure, and also no Obedience School. That's a variant. Cope, cry hard about it. I'm crying about it, actually. Stake your soul to 1. So, you know what? Because I already know the contents of this list, I'm just gonna spoil in here that there is not a single fucking K9 hit in sight. So, the very fact that we are coming after Vanquish Soul cards, and not the K9 cards, which are egregiously the more toxic part of the... well, you know, that's, I guess, subjective, right? But still. I would have been fine with a Jolko limit. I would have been fine with the Jolko limit. I would have been fine with fucking a case limit, because I think case is still at 3. But we're just Vanquisol got hit because of the new monster, because of Holisu. I mean, we still have 3 Holisu, right? But Stake Your Soul is more of a hit to Vanquisol than it is to K9. And K9 is low-key the part of that deck that takes that deck from being good to being kind of nuts, right? So I'm hurt. I understand why they're... No, I don't understand why they're doing it. But then again, I guess I understand the reason, but I don't understand the choice. Stake Your Soul? But then again, we did kind of get out scot-free considering that these guys lost Cups of Yummy. So it kind of sucks that that's the way we have to think about it, but it is what it is. I'm keeping it a buck. It's probably fine that this wasn't Raisin. I will accept that. This wasn't Raisin and this wasn't Holisu. I think I'm a little happy. I can make peace with knowing that we still have our attributes intact. All right, Mitsurugi Prayers to 1. That is massive. I think this is the first format to do this. Unless, didn't they just do it in the OCG ban list? Or did they limit Habakiri? Yu-Gi-Oh! OCG ban list. No, I could probably find it on Master Duel Meta. Yeah, here we go. I don't mean, not the gov name. What's the difference from OCG and TCG? OCG stands for official card game. It is the Japanese format. So, Yu-Gi-Oh! In Japan gets like cards like 6, 7. Oh my fucking god! I didn't mean to say. Yeah, TCG is America. To 6 to 7 months earlier than we do. Like the cards that we get in the TCG sets, like you know how we just got like Maze of Huertos and the Burst Protocol? Yeah, the OCG has had that shit for like months. They've had that shit since like early, no, like mid to late 2025. Is it because it originated there? Yes, it is. So like, but the thing about the TCG exclusive archetypes, like Mitsurugi was a TCG exclusive archetype. Like it is a deck that first originated in the I forget what set did Mitsurugi come out in. It was a fuck. It was a set after. Oh my goodness, Lexi. I forget the name of the. It was a set before Alliance Insight. I assume the codes given by the bottom of the cards are the way to see which format it's from. Let's see. Ame, no. Sure. The codes, yes, but also here, Supreme Darkness is the name of that set. Yeah. But you can see like on the in the middle here, Suda is like the code name. Yeah, for the set. So the TCG America got Mitsurugi before the OCG in Japan did. And Mitsurugi, unlike a lot of the other TCG archetypes, actually proved to be quite strong in its first wave, and then insanely broken in the second wave when they got Habakiri. So, but I think we just got, also, holy OCG ban list. This ban list is nuts, by the way. This is a whole discussion on its own. This is fucking crazy. What has the best ban list? Probably the TCG, because the TCG is Max C banned. And Master Duel and the OCG don't. So, but then again, the two formats have different philosophies of how they limit or how they ban cards. Like the TCG, or sorry, the OCG is all about limiting consistency. That's literally all they do. They limit consistency for days. They think the semi-limit spot on the ban list solves problems, and spoiler alert, it like doesn't. The TCG takes a lot more, I'd say, like, radical approaches when it comes to banning cards. Both can be equally disappointing at times, but as for which one has the best ban list, the format that doesn't have Max C in it. So that's the TCG for now. I'll tell you what doesn't have the best ban list: fucking Master Duel. Anyways, yeah, they just did Mitsurugi Prayers to 1 in the OCG, which is crazy, considering that Mitsurugi came out first in the TCG and was completely untouched because it was fine. Then they released Habakiri, and then Raizu Mitsurugi was broken as fuck. However, there were bigger fish to fry in the form of Malice, so then they limited those cards, and then Mitsurugi was just splashable in every deck because 2 level 4s equals King of the Feral Imps, equals Search Habakiri, equals do full Mitsurugi combo, and you know, it goes from there. But it's crazy to see that we then got those cards in Master Duel, and with no hits, literally nothing. Is Imp only banned in Master Duel? I don't even think King of the Feral Imps is banned in Master Duel. I'm pretty sure that card is legal. I'm pretty sure I can queue. Yeah. Wait, it is banned? King of the Feral Imps is banned? No, he's not. I don't think it is. Where's my where's my my Mitsurugi deck? Oh, did they ban it? Oh shit. Feral Imps. Yeah, no, this card is legal as fuck. This card, Doug, I can play it right now. This card is still legal. Yeah. Which is crazy. So the fact that I'm thinking of Baguska. Yeah, no, Baguska is a card that should have been banned 5 years ago. But I don't think so. I honestly think Mitsurugi conceptually is fine to play against. I think like in the context of modern Yu-Gi-Oh, it's like, what interruptions does it have? It has Murakumo, it has Great Purification, like Murakumo to pop your whole board, and then also like discard a card or negate a card, however you want to call that interruption, and then Great Purification, and just it's a way to toolbox a whole bunch of like level 8 and level 8 to make like a rank 8 engine or whatnot, or free link material. It has a lot of recursion. It's really good. It's pretty easy to get started once you have like literally just Habakiri. Like that's it. You can get so much off of like the one card that makes it so splashable in other decks. But I don't think Mitsurugi by itself is so powerful that you need to kill the concept of the deck itself. I think killing the splashability of the deck and would really do it. Like in the TCG right now, I don't think I mean, Mitsurugi's strong, but I don't think it's all that powerful, is it? Yeah, it's like it's not the most it's like not even the top 5 most represented deck. Habakiri is the only card at 1 in the TCG, but they have 3 prayers. The only hits in Mitsurugi, well, there's a couple if it's a bridges to Mitsurugi in the TCG that makes it fair. Like King of the Feral Imps is banned in the TCG, and Herald of the Arclight for Yummy is banned in the TCG. That's another bridge, right? Also, did the link still send? The link still sent. We're gonna click that in a bit. I did see it. It's still in the chat. Actually, let me actually verify that this link is good. Oh shit! I clicked it twice. Okay. We have an ad, LMAO. It is low. It'll be slow. Okay, we'll just because it's DB LMAO. If that makes some sound, we'll get there in some time. But this is the TCG top decks right now. Obviously, like Draco Tail, nutty support, Yummy, which did surprise me, but they found a way, and also Camellia, but that's another whole other thing. And then Vanquish Soul K9. It's like the same triangle format that it was for the past like couple of months. Mitsurugi's not up there because the bridges to Mitsurugi are not really there. You have to go through a bunch. Draco Tail got support. They got the Albaz, the Fallen of Albaz cards, like the new Fallen of the White Dragon and the Ecclesia Synchro, and the Fallen and the Virtuous. Like, those cards are just really good for generic fusion summoning. And guess what Draco Tail likes to do? Fusion summon. So yeah, there you go. That's why Branded is up there. Yes, Branded is a very strong deck right now in the TCG, and I suspect that it will be a very strong deck in Master Duel once we get those cards, and especially the Fallen and the Virtuous, because that card is quite nuts. But let's finish talking about Mitsurugi. It's kind of, I was saying that it was crazy that they hit this card first, before the TCG. But I don't think the TCG needs to hit this card because they just need to ban the bridges of other decks that allow you to get to Mitsurugi. But then they also made Cyber's Contract Wish, so like that, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing anymore. Like they made this card. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, this. Like, what, huh? It's generic. Well, it's not generic, but 2 monsters of the same type. And then add a ritual monster. Like, thoughts on new Synchro Trap? That card's crazy, but I don't know if it's gonna make Synchron meta. We'll talk about that we can talk about that in a bit too. But moving on from Mitsurugi, this is kind of crazy, but actually, no. I'll say it right now. Why do this when they could have just banned Arclight and Feralymps? Come on, bruh. Like, whatever. Solemn Judgment to 1. Every day I wake up, it's a new Dynamorphia hit. But I understand. Whatever we have to do to stop Odeon, I understand. It's fine. Solemn Judgment is not a fun card to play against, despite the fact that it's old as fuck and it's just like, oh yeah, it's a Solemn Judgment, bro. I just say no to anything, right? Like, you know, imagine just normal summoning a monster and your opponent's like, no, you don't get to do that, and you just end your turn because you didn't get your normal summon. Like, okay. Dynamorphia still no new support. Nah, we're still coping. And we're still getting nerfed, but it is what it is. It's fine. I'm fine to see Solemn Judgment go to 1. I think it's kind of crazy considering that it was at 1 years ago. And then it went back to 3 when it wasn't being played anymore, and now it's being played to just completely shut down normal summons and what have you. If they did, their Stunlock would get hit. Dynamorphia? No, I mean, they played Solemn Judgment because it was a counter trap that had their life wins. That's why it's a Dynamorphia hit too. But yeah, Solemn Strike is also quite nuts. The Stake Your Soul hit was so uncalled for. Thank you, Manta. Doug, this was so... Doug, Prayers to 1 is so bad for Mitsu compared to 1 of Haba. It is. Yeah. Oh, Mello says, if I know... Yo, I know that I meant if it got support. Yeah. I mean, it depends on how powerful they make it, right? Because the thing is, nobody knew. Pre-2025, nobody suspected that Vanquisol of all decks would become this fucking crazy. Of all decks. I was saying this the whole time. Vanquisol was that one I feel there's a lot of decks like that in Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now, by the way. There's a lot of decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! That just, they have a lot of potential. They're just missing that one card that takes them and like capitalizes on the gimmick that they already have and takes them to another level of fucking nuts. And that's Holisu for Vanquisol. Vanquisol starter is also pretty good because then it turns your the Mad Love into a starter, which was also crazy. But Holisu did numbers for this deck. And then there was just K9 too. Like, there was just so much going for it. Clown Clan seems like a fun deck, rather competitive. I like the concept of Clown Clan, but we'll also talk about that soon. Holly is busted. I remember when Vanquish first came out. Yeah, it was suspected to be good. And then it was like kind of okay. Like, it wasn't as powerful as the other decks around it. But Hollis is nuts. Solemn Strike to 1, not much to say about this. Keep hitting the I say no to anything for no investment cards. Like, yeah, keep hitting these cards. I like seeing this. Lucius to 1 is this is not Phimena. I like Holly once per turn effect though. I mean, all her effects are once per turn. Which one are you referring to? Oh, the condition, like, reveal a Vanquish special summoner? But yeah, Lucius to 1 is not Phimena, which is a little bit concerning. No, like, you can't use both? Yeah, all the Vanquish, yeah, like, you use the effective special summon from deck, so you can't use the steal. Yeah, that's like all of them. That's how the entire deck works. Like, you can't use Raisin's effect to protect himself from being destroyed, and then also destroy a card in the same column. Her quick effects, lol? Mellow, all of her effects are quick effects. every effect on that card is a quick effect. That's what I mean, yeah. But yeah, Lucius is minus consistency, and then we also see one Rahu as well, which is nuts. Like, the last effect says you can't use her effects in the same chain. Yeah. But you can't even, you can only, all the Vanquish Souls work like that though. Oop, a bop spotted. Like, you can't search with Raisin and then use his effects to destroy in the same column, in the same chain. So you can actually take advantage of that if you're fighting Vanquish Soul. I must have never read them. Yeah, if your opponent searches a card with or if they activate the effect of Raisin to search a card, they cannot in that same chain use the effect to reveal Fire Dark and pop in the column. But that's just for like the cards that do anything else other than like revealing. Like, you can I mean, cards like Caesar and Borger and I think and Xiaolong as well, like, don't beat the same conditions, but yeah. But also the card, they all have 2 effects for like revealing, like when they're on the field, and you can only use one of those effects per turn. That's how they all work. If you could use both of them, like, in the turn, this deck would be another level of broken. Like, if you could use like Raisin's effects to prevent it from being destroyed and pop in the same turn, I mean, that wouldn't be broken. But then you have cards like Caesar that say destroy a card on the field, but you could also reveal an Earth to make it unaffected. So now your opponent tries to stop the Caesar, and then you chain it to make it unaffected? That's broken. That's broken as fuck. So, and then you get to summon from deck with Holly Suit and Steel in the same turn? Yeah, nah, bro. And then Warning to 1, same thing with Strike. Get rid of the lesser of these cards, the better. The lesser of these cards that say I don't want to play with my opponent, the better. And yeah. Now, it sucks for it sucks for Yummy players. Vanquish Soul players I'm gonna be honest, bro. We kind of got away with this one. It was uncalled for, but let's be real, Manta. We kind of got off a little easy considering it was not Raisin and it was not Holly Sue. I was expecting K9 hits and we didn't even see a single one. So you know what? We got off kinda nice, right? These guys lost prayers. Yo, Mitsurugi Yummy, bro, this shit is cope as fuck. But then again, they still have Herald of the Arclight, so it might not be. You can still bridge into Cups of Yummy Way just as easily as you could before, and still access Cups of Yummy into Surprise, into all that kind of stuff. So you know what? I won't write Yummy off, because a lot of people wrote Yummy off when they limited Yummy Snatchy. And Yummy is still the second best deck in the game right now in TCG. So you know, who knows, right? This is crazy though. This is the only format I think that Cups Yummy is limited in though. So, but yeah. And then Rahu Dracotail is also, I feel like I didn't talk enough about this hit. Like, this is a good hit. Like, this is the, yes, like this right here, officer, that hit right there, that's a good fucking hit. That's a good fucking hit right there. But let's see. Do they only have one Ketsu Draco Tail, or do they still have three? Da, 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 da. Okay, we still have three Ketsu Draco Tail. They don't want to get you to dismantle your URs. It's whatever. But Ketsu Drake, LMAO, I have to take this out. Rahu Draco Tail to 1 is a good hit. Not that I think that Draco Tail is a particularly toxic deck, or even like an oppressive deck. I rather enjoy fighting Draco Tail most of the time, but I think it's a fine deck. But it is gonna get like a little crazy when you bridge it with like the Fallen and the White Dragon and all those kinds of cards. So the precautions we're taking to making sure that deck doesn't completely ruin the game, I am okay with. And if they think that limiting Draco Tail Lucius is gonna help do that, then they are pretty stupid, but it's okay. Maybe. Who knows? You never really know with these Master Duel developers. Pre-fire, the branded support. I mean, all they really need is the well, I mean, those cards offer just a lot in general, but like the Fallen and the Virtuous is just gonna be just so insanely nuts. I don't know why they limited Lucius of all cards. I feel like semi-limiting. I think semi-limiting Phimena would have been a better hit than limiting Lucius. Is that crazy? I can't be crazy for that. Semi-limiting Phimena, better hit than limiting Lucius? I'm not crazy, right? I feel like that would have been the more logistical, you know, business-related decision. But then again, on the topic of business-related decisions, they want you to spend money for Draco Tail. So, there. Dragon Maid needs more support? Yes. However, are we gonna get it soon? I don't think so, and it's because we just got Lady Dragon Maid and Kernba and all those cards like last year. So I don't think we're getting new support for this deck anytime soon. But this is one of the decks that I really wished Draco Tail kind of carried, but it just Draco Tail by itself is just so much better than these cards. So, but yeah, I think that's the ban list covered. Let me see if I could find your your link. Did the link load? Switch to Chrome? I will not be doing that. Okay, what do we have here, Mello? Okay, Sky Mira. Oh. Now let me know this, Mello. Is this your art? Nope, sadly. Okay, that's fine. I mean, hey, I do like the art, but it is pretty cool. Interesting. So what do we have? We have a level 6, we have a level 3, okay, another level 6, a level 4, a level 7, and a level 4. So 6 monsters, 4 spells. Are those equip spells? Oh shit, okay. We got an interesting thing here. Okay. Wait, is Valence? Are these just also just custom Valence cards or what? Let's read them. Okay, we have fusion monsters, so I see. Interesting. Alright, let's see. Sky Mira Fury. During the main phase, quick effect, you can send 1 card from your hand to your graveyard. Special summon this card. Okay. The Tricky. Cool. You can discard 1, quick effect, discard 1 card, then banish this card until the end phase. Take control of 1 monster your opponent controls, but negate its effects. You can only use each effect of Sky Mirror Fury once per turn, and you can not activate more than 1 of its effects in the same chain. Can you even do that? These cards are engines you could run in the deck. Okay. I mean, it says Valence. Do these synergize with the existing Valence cards? I wonder. Well, I guess we'll read those too. No, lol. Okay. Wait, then why are they called Valence? Um, but that's fine. Um, it's an interesting card. At least this one. Didn't know that was a deck, to be fair. LMAO. Oh, so you just came up with the name and it's just like, oh, wait, there's an entire, like, pendulum support? Or there's an entire pendulum deck with that name. I don't know how I feel about this card. At least right now. Like, it's a quick effect steal. It does not target the monster, which is actually quite... This is actually a strong form of, like, interruption as far as, like, getting rid of addressing a monster is concerned. Actually, hold on. Like, let me give this card a little bit more credit because it does negate the effects of the card. So this card by itself can... It is a hand trap, actually, because you can just special summon it whenever, and then this card can just take any monster. Like, your opponent activates a monster in the field, you activate this, you summon it, and then they activate that monster's effect. This checks it, because now you just take it and then negate its effects in the resolution. So, this card, mind change. This card is actually quite strong, I feel. What threw me off was the fact that you essentially have to discard 2 cards. But it's cool. Look at Sky Mirror, Gluttonous Hog. If this card is discarded, here we go. You can special summon this card. It should say from your graveyard. Actually, no. No, hold on, wait a minute, because cards can get discarded and banished if your opponent has, like, macros. So I guess this would work in a scenario where your cards get banished instead. Okay. If this card is normal or special, you can discard 1 card, add 1 Sky Mirror card from your deck to your hand. If this card is in your graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard. For the rest of this turn, monsters you control that are owned by your opponent or monsters with equipped spells equipped to them are unaffected by activated effects. You can... Huh? You can only use each effect of Sky Mirror Gluttonous Hog once per turn. Let's read this again. Okay. Discard it to special. In any way. And then you add a Sky Mirror, but you discard the card for cost first. Okay. If this card is in your graveyard, you can banish this card. Okay. This is kind of interesting. Okay, I see what I think I see what the motif is here. Discarding and equip spells, but also this card can just get you into this Sky Mirror engine here, which is like, well, you know, more ways to get to it. It's kind of cool, but I guess you have to discard it. You could discard it off of, like, what's a existing, like, quick effect that discards cards, like Phantasme. I feel like Phantasme with this is fucking nuts. You Phantasme, discard this, how does your opponent win the game? If you control a Sky Mirror monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal or special summoned, back phone died, LMAO. Yeah, no, this card's nuts. When it's discarded, of course, but yeah. What was your thoughts on Hog? I feel like this card is used in conjunction with other cards in the game that discard cards. Like, if it's like, let's talk like turn 0, like cards like Phantasme. If you Phantasme this card, or if you Phantasme discard this card, your opponent's not winning. Because then you special this, and then you get the first one, you get the furry, and now you have more interruptions. But I guess it is hand dependent, because you won't always have the advantage that you're getting, because you have to discard 2 cards for this card's effect. You get kind of get the advantage back with this card, so having hand presence is going to be a strong selling point of this deck. But yeah, I do like it though. If you control a Sky Mirror, you special this card from your hand. If this card is normal or special, you can target 1 monster in your opponent's graveyard. Special summon it to your field. No, okay, interesting. You can banish this card from the field. You can look at 1 random card in your opponent's hand. Then if it is a monster, you can special... Are we just making Hecka Hands but better? Is that what we're doing? What are their types? These are all Beast Warriors? Oh, that is a great... Oh. Just that one card, lol. You can look at one random card in your opponent's hand, and then if it's a monster, you special summons your field. So... Now, I'm not gonna lie. If I have a Nibiru in my hand, and this fucker randomly picks a Nibiru in my hand that I've been waiting to activate until the end of the turn and steals it, I'm crashing the fuck out. This is an it's a free special and a free level 6, so that could be good. It doesn't... This card is... If it's into the line of cards that like get better as the game progresses, but don't necessarily do things on their own. Because there's some instances where you banish this card. It doesn't come back, by the way, right? Let me see. Yeah, this card does. Yeah, it doesn't come back. So there's a chance that this card just banishes himself, and he just like he's just gone forever. But I guess that's the risk you take, right? For the strong, it's a gamble, but I think I'm okay with this. Sky Mirror Neytiri. If this card is special summoned or discarded by the effect of a Sky Mirror card, you can add one Sky Mirror spell from your deck to your hand. Interesting. During the main phase, you can fusion summon one Sky Mirror fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters you control as the fusion material. Okay, only on the field. Okay. It is Cartesia. That is cool. And then it works on discard or special. So, I mean, it's cool that is another card that you want to discard. And I guess it's also good that there's a lot of these Sky Mirror cards. Hopefully ones that provide you with more hand advantage so that you can actually more consistently get the cards you want to discard in your hand so that when you want to discard cards, you discard those cards. I just said discarding cards quite a lot there. Oh, we have more monsters, yes. Let's see. Sky Mirror Propri. You can reveal this card in your hand, fusion summon one Sky Mirror fusion quick effect, by the way. Fusion summon a Sky Mirror fusion by using monsters in your hand and monsters you control as material. That's broken. Ooh, you know what would have made it kind of crazy? If you said if this card worked like Dark World Accession. Hello? Dark World with this deck seems insane. Are you a Dark World player? Hello? Dark World player spotted. What? I used to be. I see. It's all coming together now. Now is it? So we've understood that making more Dark World support cards is not the answer. So what we have now opted to do is just make an entirely new fucking deck that says this is Dark World support. I see. You can reveal this card in your hand, fusion summon. Yeah. If this card worked like Dark World Ascension, where you discard cards to fusion summon, that would be insane. It's fine that it doesn't, because we don't need to make this effect more broken than it is, because it's quick effect fusion summon from your hand. But I guess it really depends on how good the Sky Mirror fusions are, right? But you can do this during any phase of the game, which is important because the way they're designing cards right now, a lot of quick effects are really only during the main phase. So, all right. Anyways, the field effect. Although this card is level 7, so I don't know how you're going to get it to the field, but let's see. During the main phase, you can target one monster your opponent controls, negate its effects, and if you do, take control of it. Okay, that's cool. If this card is used for the fusion summon of a Sky Mirror fusion monster, you can fusion summon one Sky Mirror fusion monster by shuffling monsters in your grave or banish them back into the deck. Huh? Wait. So, This card's firstly better than Fimena because Fimena is main phase only and she discards herself, so she can't use herself for the fusion summon. This card is just cost to reveal. Just reveal it. You can use him to fusion summon and then use him to fusion summon again. Huh? Huh? What have you done? I guess we'll see how good those cards are. Skymira Cisalis. Also, this is a... okay, so 4 Beast Warriors. This card is searchable by Tenki. But needs to be special summoned. So, like, searching it, I feel like, doesn't give you a lot of merit. But this card is also searchable by Tenki, and this card gets you into any card in the archetype. So, Tenki is a must-play in this deck, from what it looks like. Yeah, no, Tenki with this deck seems insane. If you control a monster owned by your opponent, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this is normal or special, you can add one Sky Mirror monster from your deck to your hand. Okay. If this card is used for a fusion summon of a Sky Mirror fusion monster, you can take control of one monster your opponent controls. I feel like there's a lot of themes here, and I'm curious to see how this would actually, like, mesh together. But I guess I will read these equip spells too, but also, like, we're stealing monsters, we're discarding cards, and we're fusion summoning. Yeah, this is just Hack and Hands, but better. And we're also using equip spells. Anyway, Sky Mirror Arm of the Damned. That name's getting changed in the CCG. I know these are yours, but, like, you know, yeah, when the CCG localizes this, if they do, that name's getting changed. Anyways, equip only to a Sky Mirror monster or an opponent's monster. If your opponent special summons a monster from the extra deck with attack higher than the equipped monster, except during the damage step, Arm of the Forgotten. Nice. If your opponent specials a monster with the extra attack higher than the equipped monster, except the new damage step, you can target one of them, destroy the targeted monster, destroy the equipped monster, and if you destroyed at least one of them, you take damage equals to their combined original attack, then inflict damage to your opponent equal to the damage you took. What type of anime-ass card? Oh my goodness. That's funny, though. But also really dangerous. Guess it's kind of good that this deck doesn't pay life points. I don't, you know what? Actually, I don't know that yet. Hold on. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add one Sky Mirror spell from your graveyard to your hand. You can only use each effect of Sky Mirror Arm of the Damned once per turn. This card can add itself. Yeah. These are all... Oh, and you just had to... You had the pleasure of making them all win. Yeah, you had the pleasure of making them all win so that they could play this card. Nice. So that they could play the friggin' Sheena. A goodie. Yep. Radiant Typhoon player? I wonder how Radiant Typhoon is gonna be with this deck. I mean, doesn't Radiant Typhoon Vision discard your whole hand? If you don't have a quick play? Oh yeah, you did mention the replay, Elmea. Yeah, this card does discard your hand. Okay. Interesting note. Sky Mirror Ascension Ritual. Equip only to a Sky Mirror monster or an opponent's monster during the main phase. You can discard. Oh, hold on, wait. Also, I forgot. This card can technically destroy 2 of your opponent's cards, but they have to play into it. So I guess it depends. Equip only to Sky. Yeah. During the main phase, you can discard 1 card. Equip 1 Sky Mirror equip spell from your deck to a Sky Mirror monster you control or 1 monster your opponent controls. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add it to your hand. Okay. You can add this card to your hand. Okay. So this card adds any spell, this card adds itself. Okay. Well, let's read the other 2. Let's see. This card is probably very good. Because I'm thinking about it in the context of like what exactly you're doing with these equip spells on the field, besides popping their boat and taking some kind of like anime suicide burn damage, and I take you with me type shit. But let's see. Sky Mirror Key to the Soul. If you control no cards, you can activate this card from your hand and equip to 1 monster your opponent controls. Huh? Wait. Oh, wait. So this is a quick effect when you're going second. Okay. Ah, I see. Okay. I'm like, why does it have this effect? Okay. Equip only to... Okay, the equipped monster's effects are negated. You can send this card to the graveyard, and if you do, send the equipped monster to the graveyard. This is another generic hand trap. And quite a strong one at that. It is essentially imperm. But also if they don't get rid of it, they lose the monster too. So now this one notably does not have a recursion effect. So it is an interesting one. I think in the context of this deck, it is not that crazy. Also, I don't know why you would ever want to equip this to your own Sky Mirror, but I feel like you're only equipping this to your opponent's cards, but you kind of need a name to equip to your cards for, yeah. Ooh, wait till you read the fusion? Okay, well, let's see. Soul of the Sky Mirror. Equivalent to a Sky Mirror monster, opponent's monster. During your main phase, you can destroy the monster this card is equipped to. Add 1 Sky Mirror monster from your deck to your hand. Okay, so this is the card we were looking for when talking about Ascension Ritual. So you want to use this to get one of the monsters. I just wonder how none of these cards facilitated like any kind of special summoning for the ones that didn't have a summon clause, but most of them do. So it's like kind of fine. And then Nature also. Okay, so Nature searches the soul or the ascension. I see. I guess it's a debate on which one you'd want to search, depending on which one you want to get the advantage off of, because this card says this card to get essentially what you would want to be this card. But it could be any of the others if you already have access to the monsters you need. I don't know about these Valance cards, but well, I guess we can read them. You know what? I'm more excited to read the fusions, so let's do that. Sky Mirror Chimera and Sky Mirror Hurricane. Okay. 1 Sky Mirror monster plus 1 monster your opponent controls on your side of the field, or a Sky Mirror monster. Okay. Must either be fusion summoned or special summoned from your extra deck during the turn a spell card or effect is activated by banishing one monster your opponent controls with a Sky Mirror equipped spell equipped to it as material. Huh? Huh? Wait a minute. Hello? What? Sorry. Activate this card, turn 0 to negate their card, and you don't even use its own effect because you could just summon this fucker. Interesting. Let me move my camera over there. If this card is special summoned while you control an opponent's monster, you can target up to oh wait, no, this, okay, so it has to be a monster. Okay, yeah, they're a monster on their field equipped with the Sky Mirror. So yes, it is as crazy as I think it is. And it also is just like no cost, non-activating, banish the monster, goodbye, like get it off my field type thing. It doesn't activate, it's just banish, it's just gone. Special summon while you control an opponent's monster, you can target up to 3 monsters in the graveyards and their banishment, return them to the hand. I see. Okay. Any 3 monsters? Wait, huh? Oh no, wait, what have you done? Huh? What? Any 3 monsters? Brother or sister, what have we done? Okay, but I guess the clause is having to control an opponent's monster, but that's, yeah, you're a brother, that's what's up. Okay, and we have a quick effect on top of that. Broken summoning condition, a broken effect. Quick effect, you can banish 1 monster you control. Then if you do, target 1 card on the field, negate its effects until the end of this turn. Let's just give it an Omni negate too, bro. Like, what? Huh? This is broken as shit. This, go back. These cards were balanced before this card. What the fuck? I mean, I guess you have to banish a monster, but like, I don't think that's that crazy. Ugh. All right, and we have another fusion monster to read. Also, wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Let's evaluate this. Okay. So, if you are able to discard this card on your opponent's turn, you can get to this card. You can also summon this card turn 0. It's also just any 2 Sky Mirrors. Yeah, wait, no. Hello? This card is giga broken now because you can discard this. And if you discard any of your Sky Mirrors, then, excuse me, if you discard any of your Sky Mirrors, like especially this one, then you have a monster on your field that you can banish for this card, for the Chimera, on top of it searching this card, which is another steal. Two Sky Mirror monsters plus 1 extra deck. Okay, well, yeah, I know what you mean, but yeah, 1 extra deck monster your opponent controls on your side of the field or one Sky Mirror monster. So you could just fuse away 3 Sky Mirrors and make this one. Okay. Huh, all right, let's read this. Oh. Oh no. Wait. I get it now. No. This card's gonna get banned because you can fusion summon this one and then fusion summon this one. I see. Or you could do it in the reverse. You could make this one because this one needs more materials. So yeah. If your opponent controls more cards than you do, you can banish the materials needed for this card's fusion summon from your graveyard to special summon this card from the extra deck. Huh? Okay, I guess that's, well, you'd already have to have cards in the graveyard. So it's not all the time that you'll have Sky Mirror cards in the graveyard going second to proc this. Especially considering that there's spells, and yes, there's a lot of monsters, but I don't think there's a lot of monsters you're playing 3 of in this. I feel like this is, This is a good card. This is a 3 of. This is probably also a 3 of. Yeah, in this deck for sure. Like if you're playing like pure Sky Mirror, this is definitely a 3 of. It's just a free special. If this card is specialed or discarded, add a spell. I feel like you wanted to play this anyway. I think my thing about this one is that this one isn't really easily summonable. Like you'd have to normal summon it. And then this one cannot be a 3 of. This one for sure I do not think is a 3 of. This one is a 20 of. Hello? This one being so good and you needing to have Sky Mirrors to discard might make you play more than one of this, because I mean, yes, obviously the fact that you can the fact that you could take when you fuse with it, but is it a card you want to draw multiple of without the ability to fusion summon, right? This card's broken as shit. Pro pre-love, I'm just simply acknowledging that this card is just, quite frankly, busted as shit because of these cards, which I've not even finished fucking reading yet. So, okay. So you can fusion summon this guy for essentially for free. If the stars align, your opponent has more cards than you. If they played Yu-Gi-Oh! And you didn't, but you tried to. You can discard 1 card, then take control of 2 monsters your opponent controls. Neither player can activate cards or effects in response to this effect. To be fair, you need 3 monsters. Okay. You're saying this like you didn't just print the craziest alternate condition of all time. Like, to be fair, you need 3 monsters of the archetype. Doesn't even have to be different names, by the way. Like, I don't know what the case for this one is here, right? Okay, This card cannot be destroyed by battle. It is 3,500 attack points. Good fucking luck. Haven't even seen the side deck yet. We'll talk about those later. If this card is sent to the graveyard, while you control an opponent's monster, you can banish one card from your grave, special summon this card. You can only use each effect of Sky Mirror Hurricane once per turn. So you just had to go and make the Steel effect spell speed 4, but also, yeah, I would like to see this deck in action. Would I like to fight this deck? No, never. Especially not in paper, because in paper you know damn well the people are just gonna like steal your cards and just like forget to give them back. So question is, turn 1 or turn 2? So I feel like for this deck to be completely turn 2, it needs more cards to facilitate it going second. Like, now, it seems like that's what it wants to do, or it is fine doing that in certain hands. This card does something turn 0. This card can also like extend turn 0 should you have the right circumstances to align for that. This is a turn 1 card that doesn't do anything going second, so it's like whatever, but it is a Sky Mirror name, so it's fine. But like, as far as cards that actually do something, oh my goodness, I forgot this card makes all of them fucking unaffected. That's a whole nother layer of what. Oh no. Yeah, but this card and this card, Propri and Fury, are the key are the only cards that do something going second. So in that respect, it's kind of like Vanquisher, where you have to draw the right combination of these cards for them to be as good as they can be. But if you do draw that combination of cards, your opponent's probably not going to win. People think that Holisu Fire Dark is oppressive right now, but you need to have Holisu a Fire and the Dark. If you have Propri and 2 Sky Mirrors, you win the game. Especially if one of them is this. Like, it would be something different. Like, it would be something entirely different if the fusions weren't that crazy. But this card says steal cards and your opponent doesn't get to respond. Okay, to be fair, it's not a quick effect. So you know what? Actually, this not being yet. Just realized Propri enables a steal 2 turn 0. How are you just now figuring synergies with the deck you have made? Just now. Nah, I get it though. But like, also, yeah, no. This is Giga broken, because now this is just an Omni negate. I mean, it's like the worst Omni negate. It doesn't, at least it doesn't say when your opponent activates card effect, negate, destroy. But it does, I guess the fact that it is target a card on the field is like, I have 59 pages of cards. Oh, it's hard. It's fine. I would not try to like challenge the minds of card designers, as far like genuine actual card designers, because I feel like half of the people that say that they know what card design is would design cards like, hey, I'm gonna or these are the type of people that think that like Ripper is a fair card, and like all of that shit, right? They think that Maxi is a fair card and all that kind of stuff. But this is crazy. If you have Propri and like literally a single other one, it makes this, and this card is an Omni. But it's even better if you have the ones that benefit off of being discarded, and crazy if you have this. Like, these two together in a turn 0 scenario is actually not fair. It's not fair. Your opponent is not winning the game. They're not winning if you have these two in their hand. Yeah. And also, there's like 0 locks on these cards. You can just play them in actually anything. Like, so the swarming ability is actually there. They'll do both level 6s. Both level 6s have an alternate summoning condition, so I feel like there is a way you can pivot that into something. The most I could say with that is that thank God Beatrice is banned. Because doesn't one of these do something when it's sent to the graveyard? You can add it to your hand. Yeah. Actually, thank God Beatrice is banned. You have a way to get these both on the field, and in the scenario where you have both, you overlay them for Beatrice, and then you send this card, and then this card gets itself back, and then this card gets you the soul, and then this card gets you any monster. Yeah. Also, I just realized, are you busy? Just wondering, because I wanted to show a small package archetype that I think can test this. If you are, I can always wait till next time. I'm not busy per se. I'll get to your Radiant Typhoon replay, and it is a little late, so I might go to sleep after that. But yeah, but I'll probably be up likely tomorrow-ish. But yeah. Yeah, it is. It's late there. Dang it. Yeah, it's fucking midnight over here. Where are you, Mello? It's 12:05. But let's see. All right, let's read these cards. If you control a Valance token, special summon this card from your hand. When your opponent activates a monster effect on the field, you can tribute one Valance card on the field and negate that activated effect. If this card is sent to the graveyard while you control a Valance token, you can add this card to your hand. Huh. Now it's Valance Komi. Fire Waifu. Fire Warrior. I wonder if that has some relevance. It probably does. I can only think of like Infernoble. But yeah, it's a little weird seeing these because technically there are Valance cards that can search these cards, so I don't know if that was intentional, but yeah, interesting. Valance Tiki. If this card is normal or special, you can banish this until the end phase. Special summon a Valance token. Water level 4 dragon. Attack 15, defense 0. Then if you do, add one Valance spell from your deck to your hand. If this card is sent from the field or hand to the graveyard by a monster effect, you can add a Valance monster from your deck to your hand. This card summons a token and then banishes. Okay, she summons herself, banishes herself, summons the token, and then searches a spell. But it does summon the token first. So... oh, no. If you ash this card, then it kind of sucks. Because it would negate the summon. Because it negates the effect. Because you summon and add in the same effect. So if you ash this card, not only do you lose the monster, well, you don't lose it, but it is banished until the end phase, so you don't have a extender. But you also have no token, and no search, and no monster. So that's kind of crazy. Ashing this card seems kind of nuts. This card sent, yeah. Feel their hand by a monster effect. Okay, so I guess this is the discard that you don't want to use for these cards, I see. Alright. Valance Keats Joe. You contribute one monster on your opponent's side of the field. Huh? Oh, and then if you do special summon this card to your opponent's side of the field. Okay. That's Kaiju. Okay. If this card is sent to the graveyard, the owner of this card can draw one card. Okay. I don't even think owner is that necessary, because if it's your card, it's always going to go to your graveyard. There's no scenario in which it would go to your opponent's graveyard. So, yeah. It's a kaiju that draws you one when it goes to the grave. Okay. That is searchable with this card. Windy Breeze Mia. If this card is link summoned, you can... Oh, that's a link 1. Oh, nay. If this card is link summoned, you can discard one card. Then immediately after, you gain an additional normal summon for a wind monster. Radiant Typhoon player spotted. If this card was used for a link summon, you can add... Oh, fuck no. No, this card cannot fucking exist ever. Nah. You can... Oh, wait. You can only use one effect of this card once per turn, and only once that turn. I don't think this makes it any better. I don't think it does. That this card does not make it any better. No. It's any wind monster, by the way. Any wind monster in the game. All wind monsters in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Are searchable by one link 1. Mellow. No. This is all types of fuck no. Hell no, bro. What? Valence Blazing Destruction. If you control a Valence token, you can activate this card from your hand during your opponent's turn. Okay. You can destroy one Valence token you control. Cost. Destroy one card your opponent controls. Okay. To be fair, it's stuck to custom cards in our format. Fair. Yeah, I'm just thinking about it in the context of just general Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, if custom cards have the now newborn potential to be all types of any level of fuckery, you can send one card from your hand to the graveyard, special summon one Valent. Okay, notably that is not the active discarding. So, special summon one Valence monster from your deck, but banish it when it leaves the field. You can banish this card from your grave, shuffle up to 2 cards from your grave into your deck, draw 1 card. Yeah, that's just a really good card. I guess this card confuses me because I don't think there's a way with these cards here to get a Valence token onto the field turn 0. Unless there's more of these. But these seem interesting, but I guess you're running it as an engine here, right? So, this card can get you advantage from the Sky Mirrors. And then the Sky Mirror cards in general, I feel like these cards are, like, if you were to drop these cards the way they are right now in the TCG, these cards are, like, ruining the game. Super Poly, if you Super Poly discard Hog, that's a GG. Just generically powerful discard or cards that happen to discard cards. Let me think. What's the book that discards cards? The friggin' Book of Lunar Eclipse? The one that discards the book too? Also, doesn't Book of Eclipse discard cards too? No, Book of Eclipse. No, it does not. It just makes your opponent draw cards, yeah. That card wasn't that bad. It was actually quite good. Yeah, this card. This card I feel is kind of crazy. Yeah. What you have designed here today, Mello, is now I don't want to call it cancer because that would be a little rude. But just know that if I get my Nibiru randomly snatched out of my hand by this card, I'm rioting. So I'm flipping the table. I'm using swear words that I've never used before. So yeah, this is an interesting deck. LMFAO is chill. um, yeah, I guess the one thing I have is that like there's some of these cards have swarming potential, but then I don't know. This deck when I watched it be played lost quite a bit. Yeah, I mean I don't know how you're gonna get this card onto the field. I don't see an easy way to do that anywhere because I don't think any of these Sky Mirror cards actually help with special summoning other Sky Mirror cards. But then also, it does need supplementary engines to make up for the pure amount of cards you're discarding. But I also feel like these fusion monsters are also like slightly overtuned. But maybe not. Who's to say? I also find it kind of funny that all of the protection you could have given this card, actually no, these cards don't need additional protection because it all circles back to the hog, making them freaking. Yeah, no, no. This card is definitely overtuned. This card is crazy. But they're kind of useless turn one. This card is absolutely not useless turn one. This one doesn't do it. Wait, oh, wait, what do you mean? Turn one? The fusions? I mean, I guess so, yeah, it targets the card, so it's not like, it's not weak, it's weak to hand traps, yeah. Yeah, I guess they are, right? Yeah, I feel like, in the context of hand traps, these cards don't really have a lot of way to stop them. Besides the hypothetical steal the beer from your hand, but you can't really control that. Only in the gate. Yeah. I mean, I guess. This is an interesting deck. It is, like, the good kind of interesting. Because I kind of see what it's going for. Yeah. I think I like it in concept, but also, holy heckles. Insanely good turn two? Yeah, that's what I imagine. Because once your opponent has cards to steal, then you get the ball rolling. Alright. Okay. You know what? I think right now, I can view your... I'll view your Radiant Typhoon replay. So, drop your friend code in the chat, Mela. Actually, let's look. What do we actually have in the shop here? Illusion Gate. First replay at the top. Gotcha. I knew we had the Mass Nero cards. Empyrean Magnum. Who the fuck is this? Flux Oxenfeld. It's a level 7 rock fusion. One level 5 or higher Earth was one rock. You can target one Earth monster you control and one card your opponent controls. Return them to the hand. If this card is fusion summoned, you can special summon one rock monster from your hand or grave. Okay. You can only use each effect of Flux Oxenfeld once per turn and cannot activate more than one in the same chain. Firstly, Megalith support, poggers, but also, Conduction Warrior Linear Magnum Plus Minus. Oh, I know these cards. These are the new Magnum Warriors, yeah. Oh, Miracle Ejector's in the game. Oh, shit. Oh, wow. Sandwich Day? If you have a monster in your the fucking Duel Academy, sick ass rock support, yeah, bro. If you have a monster in your graveyard, pay 200 life, draw one card and reveal it. And if it is a monster, apply this effect based on its attribute. An attribute in your graveyard, draw a card. An attribute not in your graveyard, draw one card. An attribute in your graveyard, discard one card. Huh. Why is this a UR? Magnet bonding. I want to see somebody make a Magnet Warrior Megalith deck. It doesn't deserve UR. Dude, it's not even... I feel like deserve is not even the thing that I say. Yes, it doesn't deserve it, but I'm more pissed off that it's going to be the UR that you pull when trying to pull for actual good URs in this deck, in this pack. Dragonic Warrior, discard one card, special summon a level 4 or lower dragon from your hand or deck, but negate its effects? Huh. Oh, wait, this card needs to be on the field. Oh, okay. Blue Eye support? Like... how, though? What level 4 or lower dragons are you playing in that deck? Primite? Like Barrel, Ether Barrel? But why would you want to special summon a negated Ether Barrel from your deck? To link into the Link 1? I mean, that doesn't really get you any... The egg? Oh, those guys? Oh, I mean, I guess. But the eggs aren't really that good. I mean, this card has potential, but it's also unsearchable, and it's a discard. So, like, normal summoning this card in Blue Eyes is not good, I feel. I like, you were better off just summoning Sage or Barrel or any of those. Illusion Gate is nuts, though. This card, I feel, is actually going to be kind of scary. Pay after life, destroy as many monsters your opponent controls as possible, then special summon from your opponent's grave to the field, ignoring summoning conditions. This card, I feel, is going to be scary. I almost lost to that card. It's just Raigeki, and they get something back. Like, the only thing saving it is that it's once per duel, but that's also, it's still crazy. Yeah. Telesrion, the Magna Warrior. Sigma plus Sigma minus. I heard these cards are actually doing stuff in the TCG, and I'm actually happy to see. Chaos Distill. What is this card? Some Macrocosmos support? Just realized it's Dynamorphia support. Which one? Which one, Mello? Oh, this card. Wait, this card searches Macrocosmos. Okay, what? Illusion Gate. Oh, just pay half. I guess, yeah. It's a fine card in Dynamorphia, but I feel like it's fine in any deck for the same reasons of, you know, destroy all cards your opponent controls and special summon. But yeah, as cost, yeah. Add one Macrocosmos or a card that mentions it from deck to hand. Okay. If Macrocosmos is on the field, banish this card from your from the spell and trap. Add one light monster with question mark attack from deck to hand. So this is supposed to search like Helios, right? But doesn't Macrocosmos already summon Helios from the deck? So half life, good bait, and if not, you can get an opponent's negate. No, I get it. You're getting your life points low. I feel like Dynamorphia of all decks doesn't need help to get their life points low. Because if anything, like, yes, you would like your life points to be low, but any additional cards that were to get them low don't, like, for if it's simply for the sake of getting your life points low, the deck doesn't really need help doing that. Because there's not too much advantage to be gained by having them be so low, yeah. I like Illusion Gate, it's still good in Dynamorphia, I feel, because Illusion Gate itself is just a good card. So I guess it's for the same reason that Judgment's good. But Judgment's better because Judgment is like can like negate like traps that, you know, that's a whole other discussion. But what is this card? Water Dragon support? Add one water dinosaur from your deck to your hand, then you can special summon it if your opponent controls. Oh, yeah, I guess it is, yeah. Interesting. So is this just the GX pack? Is that what I'm looking at here? This is just the GX pack with magnets? We've got Bastion cards, we've got Sacred Beasts, we've got, we literally have the Egg Witch. This is also the GX card. And Masked Heroes. Yeah. This is just the GX pack. Will I be pulling from this pack? Probably not, because I would need to be Jeff Bezos to own all the UR cards required for Hero. So I won't be doing that, but I wish all those pulling good luck. You know what? We've got a free pack here, so let's see if we pull a good card. Hero is too expensive for what it is. Hero is a fine deck. In today's format, I don't think it's like crazy, but yeah. Hidden City. Oh shit. But it has potential. It always does. It's always gonna keep getting support. It's fucking Hero. We got the Dark Law Altar, which is cool, and the Mass Change Altar. That's quite nice. Battle phase deck, in my opinion. Nah. Like, I mean, no. Hero is very much now like a combo deck. In this, like, you are trying to like build a board going first. Dark Law and DP only interruption. No, they have the favorite contacts to go into the elemental hero, the Shining Flare Wingman that pops cards too. They have that as well. They have Contrast Hero Chaos as well. Read that card. Yeah, no, like Hero has like, they're fine as far as like what they can do. What did they have? Wait, hello? Have you read Elemental Hero, Thunder, the new Thunder Giant? Have you read that card? That card, when Fusion Summon, pops everything. Although I don't know if that card is in the game. I didn't see that card, so I don't think that card's in. They dropped that card, which is crazy considering that they gave us Miracle Ejector. Unless it's a low rarity. No, it's in the game. It's literally here. Yeah. Dude, huh? Fuck you mean no interruptions? This card nukes all other cards in the field. But I guess you have to figure out a way to quick fusion it, yeah. I'm pretty sure there is. Also, you need to control less cards. Yeah, I guess in the context of building a board, yeah. But Hero's fine as far as like the interruptions that they present and the way to break through the boards. Dark Law is like kind of annoying because it's a floodgate. Plasma is the new fire monster for Hero. Furnace, yeah, it is. Oh, also, you just forgot about Plasma too. Plasma is just also just skill drain too. Plasma is just one-sided skill drain. All right, let's look at that in a replay. But yeah, we know about Hero over here, brother. You should check out Omni Reborn. He makes like actually like really fire like edits on just like his hero replays. Like I'm not even like the biggest hero player, but that guy definitely is. He makes a lot of cool edits. Let's see. Friendo. Ah, is this you, my friend? I watched Jewel Evolution on YouTube for TCG. Lol, 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 yep. Yeah. Omni Reborn, he's not even like a guide kind of guy. He just makes like super tough edits of him like destroying like the meta with like the craziest like concoctions of hero he could muster up. Replays, let's see. Alright, what we got? Okay. You got a 5-turn duel. Okay. So, ratings typing, we got Droll, Megala, Eldem, Crossia, and Chant. Okay, good hand. Alright, Chant's getting Swen, yep. Seems good. And then summon Crossia from hand. Crossia search MST and a Radiant Typhoon card, but it's getting ashed. I do agree. But we can special summon all of our guys because they control no spells. Summon Megala, summon Swen. Swen get Vision. And then activate Vision to draw 2. Oh, that was risky. Oh, wait, no. You have Radiant Typhoon. You're playing actual Radiant Typhoon, so no, it was not risky. Alright, Megala, summon Eldem. Eldem gonna search for MST. And then special Eldem, link it to Vararoon, the Marine Eidolon. Search MST. And then overlay for Gossip Shadow. Okay. Activate MST, pop MST. And then, then get Ponix, trigger Ponix in the hand to special summon itself, and then trigger the Eidolon to place the continuous trap, to place the mandate. And then mandate, shuffle, then back, and then draw a card. Get the Eldem. Okay. Now, I personally don't play a lot of Radiant Typhoon, so I wonder if there was a way you could have played that better, like to get the Vibrant Vortex, but you gotta play with what you got, right? So let's see. Alright, our opponent's gonna activate Illusion of Chaos, and we're gonna use Gossip Shadow to make the effect turn into both players draw 1, discard 1. And to play into Droll. Okay, that's rude. But they have the King Sark. Actually, upon looking at this, there's no way that MSCing our own MST to get the trap was worth it, right? Because now we have no MST. King Sark discards Shining Sark, by the way. Normal Rod can't search because it's rolled. Imseti special 3. Okay. Pop or destroy the Vibrant Vortex. Use King Sark to beat over Gossip Shadow, and then, yeah, basically beat over the whole board. Overlay Happy and Duamata for Hope Harbinger, and pass. Okay, strong. What do we got? We're playing Manifestation, but we're gonna take it. Oh, but didn't they know you had chance? Or no, you drew the chance off of Mandate, so they did not know you had that. But they negated the effect. Which effect did you activate? To mill? They're botting. That is a bot move right there. Hello? Yeah, they didn't know you had the chance in their hand, but why would they negate the effect to mill a Radiant Typhoon card? if it was to add MST, I get it. But yeah, what the fuck? No, they trolled. Yeah, Chant search Crossia, now it's over, right? Oh, get Swen, okay. Yeah, mandates to shuffle back. Draw Perulia, Eldam, search MST. Activate MST, pop Kingsark, mandates to negate Imseti so that it doesn't trigger to destroy one of your cards. Or to send one of your cards to the grave. Ponix to special summon itself, or sorry, Phonix rather. This is not the Fire King card. Yo, real shit. I think your opponent was in a better situation when they left their 2 level 8s on the field. Because then you would have had to have dealt with Duamatef, drawing them cards, and Happy adding them cards. So, yeah. But they also should have just not negated Manifestation, because that was just, like, majorly stupid. Of course, they didn't know you had Chant, but, like, I don't know why they did that. Alright, Vision, discard Chant, because we're nice, we always get what we need. Phonix to return both to hand. Overlay for Win. Wait, are we gonna... Oh, Win summon back Happy is crazy. Okay, Win, destroy Magician's Rod. Happy attack direct. Phonix attack direct, okay. Can't punch for game. Our opponent does have Illusion of Chaos, though. That is a very strong card. Shuffle back 3 and draw called by the grave. Illusion of Chaos is going to get Magician's Rod. And then we're going to put back Illusion of Chaos. Magician's Rod is going to get us Gaze of Timaeus. Uh-oh. Imseti disc. Oh, but we got to discard Gaze to get the Kingsark. But we can use there's a... Huh? Is that fucking force released? Hello? What are we cooking here? Imseti is a level 8 spellcaster. Can we use it for Dragoon? Doesn't matter, it's getting super polyed away for Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Duamatef will draw them cards, but let's see. Phonix is going to return the Kingsark and the Duamatef back to the hand. And then Starving Venom Fusion Dragon is going to target this and gain the attack. Okay, if you win this, we go into the casino playing 2 bands. I'm not even dueling right now, Dante, so I don't know what the bet here is. Right, Starving Venom gains 1200, and Duamatef draws 0 cards because we have no cards in the field. And now we just set Force Release and Cry. Called by the Grave on Imseti is rude. Also, we can trigger Crossia. Yeah, no, that's a... Yeah, that's a... I think that's a GG's from there. Font, Crossia, add Vision and MST. Yep. Vision, discard MST. Activate Maxi. Activate Mandates. You know, we're just being mean. We're BMing. We're... Crazy work. Crazy work, Mello. I know who you are. Charmer for the win, steal the Happy. I wanted to see them trigger that. That would have been funny. Alright. Play it for 2 bands. You know what, Dante? Just for you, I will play a duel. I will play a duel, and then if I win, then you better hold up. You better hold up to that. I'll play 1 game. I'll play 1 game of VSK9, and then we'll call it a night. We'll call it a stream. We'll say good night. All right, hand's looking good. Hand's looking insane, actually. Chant? I'm going to save this for Crossia. Alright, special Eldam. Eldam is gonna get a thing. I guess we'll know if he has the Crosshair or not. Depending. He's adding Mikhala. Interesting. Oh, because he's going to use a quick play spell and then special summon it? Then maybe I want to do this now. To at least get value off of the popping. I will show them, I'll show them these two. Let's see if he has Maxi. Though he has a quick play spell for sure. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, I will just simply special the Holly suit. I won't do anything more. He discarded the mandate. Interesting. I mean, I could ask the Mikhala here too, because it's not confirmed that he has Crossia. That could be what he's playing for. But if he does have Crossia in hand, then he activates another quick play and I'm cooked. Nah, it's okay. I'll just let him summon the Crossia and then just negate it. Okay, so he didn't have it. Alright, that's excellent to see. And then I think I'll just save Holisu for the Link 2 and just pop it. Now he doesn't know that I have Heavy Borger. Chant to add MST. That's okay. He already used, yeah. Holly activates Sky Mirror. No, you can't do that with Holisu. Holisu doesn't discard cards. Add MST. You have a monster on field? Oh, element. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, I see. I guess I'll search the... I'll search Xiaolong here. No, I have to search Caesar. I do have to search Caesar. No, I don't. Because the thing is, if I search... Nah, this is insane greed. If I search Xiaolong here, and then activate its effect right now, and then, yeah, then I have 2 fires. I can do that and then get Caesar that way. But he does have MST in his hand. So that I gotta keep him. He's gonna try to probably use it now, I imagine, right? But now I guess the point of contention is whether or not I should activate this Borger, because, well, now it's gonna negate the... I'll wait for him to chain the Mandate. How is my timer already this low and I haven't even taken my turn yet? I've just been thinking, huh? Now I don't get to negate, but it's fine. Now on res, that activates. I get Xiaolong. And I'll save Borger. Overfusion? Hello? Target one face monster in the field. When view one elemental hero Neospace in their level 10 monster. Huh? What is Blood doing? If he asked for that, I was cooked. He's treating it as Yubel? What's going on? Okay, so he opted not to. Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna pop. I'm gonna pop Mandate. No, I didn't want to pop Nikala. Oh, fuck. I tried to select the back world, but whatever. I drew Maxi. That's actually so funny. Well, Dante, I won the duel. So, gamble your life away. LMAO. Ugh. All right, and with that, ladies and germs, that has been an adequate amount of livery for me today. But you know what? We'll be back as soon as we can. Maybe to play some good old-fashioned Yu-Gi-Oh! In a good old-fashioned format where everything is dead, but nothing is really. And, yeah. That'll be it for now. But I'll see you, everybody. Bye-bye.